been thinking about something recently. How it's funny that there were things that happened as a child that have the completely opposite reaction now that I'm an adult. For example, taking naps. Yeah. Coming home before the streetlights come on. And don't you wish someone would send you to your room? As children, those things were the ultimate punishment. And it's funny how now as adults, they've become the ultimate rewards. So I guess there are some things about getting older that get better. But most of us don't equate aging with much of anything positive. We're taught to fear it, dread it, Botox it into submission. But let's flip that narrative so that getting older is something to actually look forward to. And it can be by asking ourselves one simple question. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Now, if your answer is something like, I don't remember, it's been a long time, let's fix that. But first of all, let's look at why it's even important. Research suggests, no, wait a minute, fun fact, that when we try new things, it helps to keep our brain active, and it might even slow down cognitive decline. But beyond the science, it makes life more interesting, more inspiring, definitely more fun, and in my opinion, more worth living. A first-time experience that dramatically changed my life was when I was in my 40s and I moved to Florence, Italy to attend a school for the language. It was proof that you can teach an old dog new tricks, being the second oldest student there. And sometimes people ask me, they'll say, Dawn, weren't you afraid? Of course I was. I was a middle-aged woman traveling alone in a foreign country an ocean away. But I felt alive, invigorated, excited about life once again. And that single decision changed the trajectory of my life. Travel became more fulfilling. We discovered long-lost relatives. It even changed my career path. More importantly, it gave me the confidence to keep trying things for the first time. Now, don't worry. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or expensive. You don't have to move to a foreign country unless you want to. The best way to start is with small, simple steps. For example, you're going to go to a different coffee shop tomorrow, or you're going to watch a movie in a genre you typically don't choose. Small, simple steps. Now, I have a confession to make. Even though I try to be a positive, forward-thinking kind of person, sometimes I have regrets that I didn't have this perspective about life when I was younger. I think, if only I had thought like this when I was in my 20s, where would my life be today? But we all know we can't go back in time, and you've probably heard that quote, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So you're never too old. You're certainly never too young. It's never too late to start investing in first-time experiences. And as you do, you will reap compound interest in confidence, resilience, and even joy. So how do we embrace this new philosophy on life and living? By using that very word new, N-E.W. The N is to notice what sparks you. It could be a dream you tucked away long ago, or something you've just always wanted to try. So start writing that book that's inside of you. Sign up for those guitar lessons. As you do, that spark becomes a flame, and before you know it, you're fired up about life once again. The E in the word new is to embrace opportunities, and this is in two ways. The first of which is to stop automatically saying no when you're presented with an opportunity. I know, you're tired, you're busy, the streetlights already came on, I know. But at least consider it. You never know where it could lead, and you'll probably have fun doing it. The second way to embrace opportunities is to look at life's inevitable curveballs as chances to grow and learn, and to always look for the silver lining, just like my Uncle Johnny did when he made a sad discovery in Grandpa's wine cellar. It was a few years after my grandfather had passed away, and Uncle Johnny stood there among the barrels, sighed, thinking about this is his last batch that he made, and he was such a good winemaker. So Uncle Johnny grabbed a glass and rinsed it out, went over to one of the barrels and turned the spigot. He raised the glass in a silent toast to Grandpa up in heaven and took a sip. Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, some of you already guessed. The wine had turned to vinegar. Yeah, that's very sad. Now, Uncle Johnny could have gotten all depressed about it, or maybe even angry and just thrown it all away. Instead, he had an idea. He saw the shelves with all the empty wine bottles with those little ceramic caps, sanitized all the bottles, put all the bad wine into the bottles, and brought everything outside. He set up a card table on the sidewalk and brought everything out. And on his way out, he saw a cardboard box, and he ripped off a flap off of it, took a marker and wrote, "Organic wine vinegar for sale." Yeah, pretty smart. Uncle Johnny sold out. So when life hands you lemons, you make limoncello, or in this case, vinegar. The W in the word "new" is about we versus me. Because come on, people, it is not all about us. It's about making a difference in our corners of the world. It's about reaching out to our communities, our loved ones. It's about connecting. And you know what? Those connections help us to have longer, happier, healthier lives. The proof of that is in blue zone studies, and that's areas of the world that have a higher than average population of people over the age of 100. So new, notice what sparks you, embrace opportunities, and we versus me. So it may seem funny to think of aging as not just an evolution, but as a revolution, a reminder that the rest of our lives can be the best of our lives. And it all starts the moment we answer that question, when was the last time I did something for the first time? I hope your answer is today. Now that's fun. Thank you.